Greetings, dear listeners. Won't you join my banquet table for a spell? If you will entertain me a moment, I may entertain you as well. Last time on Fruits Basket.
Something slithered on my dress!
Oh, wow, it's Ayame!
Stop engaging the slimy thing in conversation and skin him, Shigure. Skin him alive.
I expected more compassion from my own little brother.
Did he say brother?
Are you kidding me? You're lucky I didn't have you arrested!
I still want to be a brother for Yuki, despite the fact that I could never understand what he's gone through.
Even if it's not 100%, there's something there. There's enough to meet halfway.
Whether you understand each other better or not, thinking like that makes life a lot more fun.
And I intend to repair our relationship, should it take my life.
Oh, I can help you with one of those things.
Do you think you could fix me a place to sleep tonight?
Oh, you're staying over?
No, he is not!
Yeah, I hear ya. He's in my bed! Get off of me!
Huh? What?
Oh, hush now, darling. I'm still sleepy.
I'm gonna kill you!
I am sorry, but I had no other choice. Yuki locked the door to his room, so I couldn't sleep in there.
Then sleep in Shigure's room like you did yesterday!
But Shigure would have kept me up all night.
Oh, Aya, not in front of the children.
Cut that out!
Ignore him. Ignore him. Just ignore him. Don't get angry. He'll leave soon if you just keep cool.
How long do you plan on staying here?
Oh, I don't know. Anyhow, if it makes you feel any better, I'll just stay in Madame Toru's room tonight.
Go home right now!
It's been 3 days since Ayame came to visit. And in that time, the rift between him and Yuki has, unfortunately, only gotten wider.
Really? Aya's visiting this week? That's great! I haven't seen him since New Year's, because he lives on the outside. All the adults seem to live so far away.
I see. Well, if you'd like to visit him at the house, I'm sure he'd be happy to see you. Haru? What are you doing?
Shh. A butterfly landed on me. Trying to get him to stay still. Gotcha.
Now that I think about it, I guess I shouldn't visit. I'd like to see Aya, but I don't want to get in the way of him and Yuki's brotherly bounding.
That's brotherly bonding. Aw. He flew away.
So how is Yuki? Is he happy to see his big brother?
Well...
Oh, hey, there he is. Yo, Yuki. How's it going, man?
I don't think he heard you. He doesn't look very good at all. Is he sick?
Not sick exactly, just...
Oh, I get it. Yeah, he's... Okay.
But
Gotcha.
I didn't say anything.
Wait a minute. Is it okay for Aya to leave his shop for 3 whole days like this?
Oh,
He is the manager and all.
Ayame runs a shop? What kind?
Huh. Come to think of it, I don't really know.
He sells costumes, like outfits for nurses and stewardesses and maids. A lot of maids, if I remember right. Policewomen, geisha stuff, cat suits. Yeah.
So, he makes dresses?
Kind of. Let's just say he makes dresses.
Oh, I remember what Aya told me now. He said he sells fantasies.
Oh, you 3 are home already? Well, I'm quite impressed.
He's still here.
He's still here.
Welcome home, kids!
You must have practically rushed home from school to arrive back so punctually. I'm flattered that you miss me so ardently, children. Though, to be honest, I'd be perfectly happy just spending the afternoon alone with Madame Toru again.
That's what I was afraid of.
Why do you think I ran back here?
Oh, what's that you're looking at, Shigure?
This? Ayame and I were just poring over our high school yearbook.
Behold, Tori is in here as well.
Wow,
We made a fine trio, I'd say.
you both look so young. Shigure's a lot shorter than I thought he'd be. And Hattori had such short hair back then, too.
I beg your pardon, madam, but do you intend to insinuate that I do not look young in these photos? Oh, how tragic.
No, of course not. It's so strange. Except for the hair, you look exactly like Yuki does now.
Well, I think we can all agree that the Three Musketeers were completely adorable back then, right?
Yes. So you wore your hair that long even in high school, Ayame?
But of course, I just had to bend a few rules, if you know what I mean.
Oh?
Here, Yuki, take a look at the album with us. This is your big chance to learn more about your older brother.
No, thank you.
You are so stubborn, mon frere. Very well. You've left me no choice. Now I'll simply have to tell you all the story of how I was permitted to have long hair in school.
What does that have to do with anything?
Him. It was right after orientation on a pleasant fall
You don't
morning.
have to explain.
Remarkably sunny, which was good for my delicate constitution.
I'm not interested.
When the principal pulled me aside in the hallway for a discussion of my appearance in regard to our school's code.
Stop it!
This guy just loves hearing himself talk, doesn't he?
How dramatic tete-a-tete went something like this.
Now, I've allowed the color, as your parents assured me it was genetic, but I don't remember saying you could keep it that long. Have it cut by tomorrow, understood?
But sir...
No buts. Rules were made to be followed, Ayame. If you don't comply, I was given permission to call the head of your family...
My family? Yes. My family. You see, sir, I come from a royal family.
What?
Well, I've been hiding it up until now. But someday, I must return to my home country, and cannot return shamed. My hair must be long!
I'm not sure I follow.
If you must know, it is written in the chronicles of our nation that in the year 824, our first king, the proud and honorable Rurubara, received a message at the age of 4. And not just any message, but a prophecy.
That's nice.
It was a prophecy from the
I
great
don't-
Lord upon high, Candora. The god who illuminates the compass rose with the heavenly lights of red and gold. The Lord Candora began to chant. Marudumam. And just as the young colt, struck by a whip, just galloped across the fallow fields before him, so too was the spirit of the proud and honorable Rurubara set free. His true nature revealed, a wave of compassion and understanding flowed through him. As his spirit grew and spread out, as a tree bent before a righteous breeze, so too did his supple tresses sprout, hair launching forth from the high king's head. At this time, the Prince Kashiparu was sleeping peacefully in his chambers, which are adjacent to the place of worship from where the Lord Candora's message first emanated. He bolted awake at once, driven to give voice to the pain welling in his heart at his father's liberation. Kanpaniru, he shouted, which in the tongue of my people means, come forth, ocean of God's power, go forth, veneration.
I'm sorry, I just remembered I have a very important meeting to attend to. So if you'll excuse me...
Wait, please. I have yet more to explain about Candora.
That's okay. You can wear your hair long. I don't mind.
And so, I was permitted to have long hair in school. This concludes my wondrous tale.
You're from a royal family?
No, of course not. He made the whole thing up, the weirdo.
Oh, the memories. Those were good times.
I can't believe you did that. Why would you?
Want to hear something even more unbelievable? Back in the day, I was student council president.
Really?
Oh, that's wonderful!
Well, he was incredibly popular after all. Striking good looks, charmingly unpredictable. I mean, everybody loved him. Life of the party in every class. Even when there wasn't supposed to be a party. Some days he'd wear these extravagant fur coats indoors to keep warm, and he tailored them himself. Hari would tell him to stop acting like a drama queen, everybody would laugh, and so no one really questioned it. Aya really made a difference when he was in charge senior year. Rules loosened up, students loosened up. I mean, school was actually fun.
Huh.
Your brother was born to lead, Yuki. Sometimes I think you were too.
Oh, nonsense. I always thought Tori would have made a much better president than I. I was entirely too irresponsible. I mean, he would never have... Oh, remember the class trip incident?
Do I remember it? How could I forget?
Why? What happened?
Yuki just... I don't believe it! He's finally showing an interest in his big brother! That's great! Come on, Ayame, now's your chance! You can overcome that rift this time, I know you can!
Well, on our school trip, let's say there were a few boys who snuck out after curfew to explore the red light district.
What?
Oh my.
Oh, please, do not judge them too harshly. It is a place any curious young man's wanderlust may lead him. Emphasis on the lust, I suppose. Not that we went with them, mind you.
Nah, we knew all about the plan, but, you know, been there, done that for me.
Oh, tell me about it. Place isn't all it's cracked up to be, really.
Yeah, please don't elaborate on that.
You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? Because... Ah!
To return to the point of the story, Lady Luck was not with those poor youths that evening, because the teachers found out and cut their excursion short. There was talks of expulsion for those involved, and, well, naturally, as student council president, I objected. There was a conference held for all parties. The students, the parents, the teachers, the principal, my confidant Tori, and myself. I was to speak on behalf of the boys accused. This is what I said. Ladies and gentlemen present here this evening, for minors to set foot in the red light district is by no means a laudable act. As a wise man once told me, rules were made to be followed. Disobedience leads to loss of order, leading to chaos.
Ayame, did you have a point in here somewhere?
However, if all sexual desire is deigned as evil, I foresee an even worse future for these boys. Nay, this entire generation. Human beings, as all earthly animals, bear the responsibility of multiplying and replenishing the earth. Sexual desire is nothing more than a yearning to fulfill that obligation. Must we shame it? Must we damn these boys for following their raison d'etre?
You go, Ayame! You're punishing innocent boys! Right.
Well, I must admit, Ayame, you're being unusually serious today.
Here we go.
And here I thought you were an actual imbecile, when it seems you were only a, pretend imbecile. So what do you propose?
Here and now, I put forth this proposition. To all those burdened with both lustful urges and an age below which it is legal to fulfill them. To all those floating listless in the vague and tepid sea of school protocol, I offer my hand in salvation. Yes, henceforth, you may redirect your passion towards me.
What?
As your elected student body representative, it is only a matter of course that my own body should shoulder the carnal desires of my fellow man. This shall be the ideal outlet for such behavior, as the need for fornication can be met without the consequence of procreation.
What the hell?
Lust after my beauty brothers. They say it is better to give than to receive, but I feel in this case, dear students, I shall be prepared to give the greatest gift by receiving all of you.
You're the only woman for me, President.
That is enough, Ayame. You're coming with me back to the office right now to discuss this with your parents. And all of you, stop laughing. This imbecile is not to be encouraged.